Here we go. Most important game of this entire event is about to go down. The road for Moscow Red Legion to get to this particular moment, the road has been long. Not only has this team been around since the early 2000s, and they built this squad up, World Championship squad, won multiple world titles, but then they fell into disrepair. And it took them a long time to get back to this.
I don't know if there's going to be enough time. Oh, nice job. There we go. Oliver takes out Fedorov, but here comes Justin Rabikov.
Does he hang the flag?
Is able to hang it in time. Oh,
wow.
my God. Standing ovation for Justin to tie it up with 2 seconds remaining. No paint for Britnikov. Oh, and so Fedorov gets shot, so it's a one-on-one situation right now. Britnikov has no paint left. And Britnikov, oh,
he takes it for the Russian.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Невзирая на то, что кто-то проседает, игру берет другой парень. И это реальная команда. И сегодня было очень здорово. На всех наверх смотреть, блядь, из перебора, но на самом деле побеждать, парень. Давай, на счет 3, команда. Раз, два, три.
Little did the Russians know, this Chicago event would mark their last professional win in over half a decade. After a second-place finish at the 2011 World Cup, they lost a handful of their core players, but were still determined to be a dominant force. In the second event of 2012, they made it to the finals and had an opportunity to beat some of their ex-core players on Houston Heat, but couldn't prevail. The very next event, they made it to the finals again, but had a nail-biter overtime loss to Los Angeles Infamous.
We must be 150% ready for the next events. We can't be just good, we must be the best again. We have like 50% of the new kids in the team. This is the long-term perspective. And we're gonna be the best, guys. We're gonna see it. We're on the right way. This is our third event. We're in the finals for the second time. The team will be getting better and better. We'll see that.
But things did not get better. After 2 second-place finishes, the Russian Legion would not make it past the quarterfinals the rest of the 2012 season. Each year thereafter, the Russians would continue to face roster changes and new obstacles to overcome. In 2013, the PSP introduced a new system which separated the Pro League into 2 divisions. Each event, the top 2 teams from the Challengers would get promoted to Champions, and the bottom 2 teams in the Champions would get relegated to Challengers. This system immediately impacted the Russian Legion, as they were relegated at MAO and promoted in Chicago. However, once the 2013 West Coast Open rolled around, the team finally looked like it was firing on all cylinders. But then, more bad luck happened. Their veteran leader, Kirill Prohidny, faced a season-ending torn ACL injury during their last prelims match. They still advanced to the semifinals, but could not overcome Tampa Bay damage. And World Cup was a disaster. The team took dead last in the Champions Division, which meant they would start the new year in Challengers. Then, to add insult to injury, at the end of the 2013 season, Alexander Britnikov, also known as Malloy, left the team, which was a big hit because he was one of the last remaining core players and a big part of the veteran leadership. After his departure, the last remaining core of the team was the ownership, coaches, Kirill, and Denis Golev, with Kirill sidelined at the start of the year due to injury. In Dallas of 2014, they hit their lowest point, taking 19th out of 20 teams in the Challengers division. Within a year, the Russian Legion changed from a powerhouse competitor to a team many pro teams were glad to see on their schedules, which was largely due to the constant roster changes. The organization was aware of this though, and it ate away at the veteran leadership, who lived through everything. It would be pretty easy to walk away now, be happy with their career, and cut their losses. However, they were determined to turn it all around and bring the Russian Legion back to the powerhouse team it once was. When you hit your lowest point, the only place you can go is up. And that is just what the Russians did. The team didn't find immediate success, but avoided relegation the rest of the year and managed to get another top 4 finish. More importantly, they found some consistency with their roster from 2014 and beyond, bringing some much-needed stability to the organization. Some of the younger players that had been training with the team since 2013 were still on the roster, now becoming experienced Russian machines just like their predecessors. The addition of French players from the Tauntauns in 2014 and 15 added more veteran experience to the team. And with the return of Malloy at the start of the 2016 season, added important depth back to the team's core. In the 2016 NXL season, the team moved on to Sunday 4 out of 5 events, which was their most consistent performance since 2011. However, at the biggest stage of them all, 2016 NXL World Cup, they made it to the finals for the first time since 2012, and were up against a dominant Edmonton Impact.
Allez les gars, все парни.
Elle est pour nous celle-là les gars, allez.
Все парни. Давай, мужики, наши 3 команды. Раз, два, 3.
Russian Legion, one of the most legendary franchises that we have in pro paintball, and it's been a long time coming for them. So they're as hungry as you possibly can get.
And a minor penalty going to get pulled on the Russian Legion with nobody left to pull, so they should be starting with 4. Next point has Impact on the charge right away.
See if they can whip those guns around and get a kill and tie this game up on the body count. It looks like, again, they're sending the ball to the wall, and they lose Krill Brittany as well. So quickly for the Russians, just 2 players left alive for them.
Russian Legion going to have to figure out an answer real quick here before this game gets out of control.
And Samotrov getting a spin. He's going to go ahead and launch.
Russians lose another body off the break, this time on the D side of the field. And here comes Laval, and he's going to come and just decimate that center again. And no one still has picked up Laval. Still no one's picked up Laval. 3-pack run through to Nick Laval, untouched. The crowd goes wild, but we see a major penalty thrown, I think, on one of the Russians.
Yeah, Nick Laval was hit. They're going to say stop the clock. It's Invert Horn. Nick Laval played on.
Yeah, well, Biernikov definitely turned and shot Nick.
The coaches are still trying to figure out what's going on here.
Hey guys, it is confirmed that Impact will be getting that point, and the Russians will be starting a body down because there wasn't another body to pull.
Okay, so the penalty was on Golev in the back center for spinning.
That at least makes more sense. It's a tough break for the Russians. Impact on the power play, get another kill, so it is 3 on 5 and another penalty. Really might as well just blow the horn if you're the Russians right now. And that's what they're going to do. The Russians basically spotting Impact 4 points here to start things out. Keith Brown's going to decide to try to run Axel down on the highway, and he does, but it looks like it's simultaneous as they're both going to come off.
Yeah, Rainy Stanzak picks off Golev, trying to fill out to the snake side corner. So Rainy Stanzak now looking at Kirill. It's a one-on-one right now.
Rainy at the stand-up temple, locked in a gunfight with Kirill. Quick snap shoots from both players. Huge situation right now for Krill Brittany. Krill Brittany gets a shot on Rainy Stanzik with 11 minutes and 28 seconds left. The crowd erupts, and we now have a 3-point game here. There is still a chance for the Russian Legion to get into this one. Continues here in favor of Impact, and they are 1 point away from that 7-point mercy rule. And here comes an aggressive push from the boys from Moscow Russian Legion. This is going to be a quick one here. Finally get another reaction out of the crowds. It's been a one-sided match. The Russians are trying to pull off a miracle here.
Russian Legion's trying to go out there and just fight for pride.
At least it's good to see the fight that's left in the Russians, because, you know, they really have to look to next season, 2017. It's been many years since they've been this competitive against these good teams. And that is going to do it. A huge congratulations to Edmonton Impact, 2016 NXL World Cup champions.
Guys, I just want to say that unfortunately this time we can't make a miracle. Yeah, The Miracle is a nice movie, but unfortunately our team can't make miracles. Our team can make only the hard work, only be on the top, and only from the top with a dominant style to beat those guys down. To beat those guys down and take the cup and take the series over here in US, guys. That's our destiny. That's how Russian Legion do. So I really wish next year, no miracles, just hard work. Hard work, boys. Come on, everyone. On 3, team. Как следует, парни. Как следует, команда 3. Раз, два, три. Our owner, Sergey, made us watch a movie in the beginning of that season. It was called The Miracle. This is the Walt Disney movie about the US national hockey team back from the 80s that was driven by the coach who had a vision that he must get not the best players, not the strongest players, but young kids from the universities and make them play his game plans. And with his vision, those guys did it in the end. That was the main driver for us this year, and at this event we really felt what it is. And we all had a feeling that we can make this miracle. But unfortunately, but maybe fortunately actually, Russian Legion never been an easy team to take championships, been nowhere and then suddenly came out and took those. No, we work, we prepare our people, we play all for 100% and we beat them down. That's how we can pick up first places and that's only how we can get the title again. If we want to be better in finals, we must be in the finals moreover. And since we've been here, next finals would be quite different for us.
At the start of the 2017 NXL season, they continued their consistency with a top 8 finish in both Las Vegas and Dallas. Once the 2017 Atlantic City Open rolled around, everyone was playing at the peak of their game. They had a dominant 8-3 victory over Dynasty in the quarterfinals and defeated X Factor with a 5-3 win in the semis. They now have another opportunity to get their first finals victory since exactly 6 years ago on the same date, June 23rd, 2011. Now, it is June 23rd in 2017, and they're looking to rewrite their history for the next 6 years.
Играем собрано, да, столько уже наступали на одни и те же грабли.
Guys, play not just for 100, but once again, let's repeat it, 150%. Don't step over the same stone again. Let's not give them any chance thinking that they can do something with us. Парни, все помним, да, по поводу наших ошибок. Нападающие не рискуют, информацию даем, правильно оканчиваем, парни. Yeah, and once again, mistake number 1. Attackers, not risk until we're gonna have something in the center, pass the information and finish smart. Стой. Finish smart нужно, да? Парни, фишка в том, что мы играем сейчас командой, парни. Сейчас, если каждый человек на своей позиции сыграет на 100%, то мы все вместе сыграем на командные 100%, парни. Это не значит то, что один человек должен тянуть на все 500%, да? Парни, мы все это прошли. Если все в пятерке играют, если никто не тянет на себя одеяло, парни, то мы все работаем как единый механизм. И хер чего там у кого получится, парни. Хер чего у кого там получится. Своего не отдаем мужу. И погнали. Погнали. На счет 3 команды как следует. Раз, 2, 3. Давай.
So, Moscow Red Legion and Tampa Bay Damage, they have made it here to this final match. So here we go, starting the first point. Looks like Cortez is going to be the first body to drop, so a 1-body advantage early for Moscow. And it looks like Polnikov is up there at the center 50. No one up there right now for Damage, so it looks like 5 bodies alive for Red Legion. And Damage deciding to ignore that center here. And it looks like Tim Montressa gets shot out of that back center.
Viernikov is going to crawl into Snake 2 now. Kirill, he's going to come on to Damage's side of the field. Wow.
Jacob is completely focused on trying to get a shot on Kirill, and he does. But off of that, looks like Jason Edwards, he takes the walk out of the backfield, so it's 2-on-4.
Darula is going to get pinched out by Karslev.
Hey guys, Smotrov is picking paint up off the ground, but I think it doesn't matter because they are going to go up 1. And here goes a minor penalty on Carlos Cortez. A big advantage again here for Red Legion.
Yeah, 3 bodies now down for Tampa Bay Damage, 4 bodies down for Damage, 5 bodies down for Damage. Super quick point by Red Legion.
30 seconds. Кирюха, вчетвером по конвертам, Кирюх. Ну, в любом случае,
Алло, Акселю скажи, чтобы он его контролировал.
20 seconds.
It looks like Holiday catches one off the break, so those off-the-break shots are just dialed in right now. For Moscow Red Legion continuing to play up a body, and we saw this a lot in the prelims. One of the reasons that they're here.
This, Matt Darula wins a heads-up gunfight off that move into the Snake 1. Red Legion, a little bit better field position as they're in 3-1, center 50 wall, and out wide here on the Snake side. Good move by Jacob Edwards. He immediately wraps, trying to get that shot on Sergey in the wall.
Nice move by Darula to the mini wall here on the Snake side. And here comes Alexander Viernikov, and it gets shot out though. So nice shot by Tampa Bay Damage, and they have an advantage. Right now, it's 4-on-3.
Axel got in, makes a move now. He's in the Dorito 2. Colombo makes a move. One thing that is going for the Red Legion is they do have a 2-point lead. So sitting right here, burning the clock off.
But again, this is what you expect in the finals, is every move is important, every point crucial. Colombo gets over into the mini wall, mirroring up the move that Darula made earlier. He's looking cross field.
Looks like
Nobody's
Colombo's
really
got any paint left.
Yeah, nobody's really protecting Colombo either. If Derulo were to go play heads up, Tim Montressor could start pounding the paint on him. But Montressor waits too long and gets shot by Axel Godin.
Well, that evens up the body count. That should elongate this point a little bit, but no paint for Colombo. You see him trying to get a shot, but another death. Jacob Edwards gets shot, and that puts Tampa Bay damage on the defense. Jason Edwards gets shot as well, too. That leaves just Matt Tarula. He gets peeled off by Colombo, and that's going to be a third point for Moscow Red Legion.
Yeah.
Moscow Red Legion looking tough right now.
All the way on the break
here, but also aggressive play mirrored up. But it looks like Polnikov comes off, so still two players, and here comes Holiday. He comes around. They trade out. Two bodies have come off right now for Moscow Red Legion. Just one body for Damage. Damage has to push forward.
Oh, and Smotrov wears one in the goggles.
And Vernikov at the same time. So big break there for Damage. Here comes Waring. Waring's gonna stay alive.
Yeah, Damage getting one on the board, but where are we at, 5 minutes?
Another aggressive breakout here for the Russians. It pays dividends this time. First body to come off is Holiday. He gets shot off the break. Again, the Russians, those off the break shots are just dialed up right now.
As Waring gets taken out, so now 5 on 3, 5 on 2, 5 on 1, 5 on none. As Damage has to concede the point. Red Legion going to take a 3-point lead, going up 4-1. Here we go. Holiday getting chopped up again going up there, but they also send Cortez. Does he get Sergey? He does. So one body dropping for each team.
2:52 to go, and a 3-point spread. Damage has to attack.
Jacob Edwards is going to launch. He gets one. Oh, and look at this. Vernikov comes off. So just Axel left alive.
Axel right now is going to try to flip the script on him, but that is not the move to make right there. We got a 2-point spread with not a lot of time left here.
Here we go.
Look at this aggressive breakout as the Russians double up the center, and then here comes
Matt
Tarula. Oh, but Polnikov able to get the shot on Tarula. That leaves Kirill Brindy in there, and that's going to slow things down. Damage also getting a body over here to the mini wall.
Oh, Barrett gets the kill. Right now gets 2, blows that side open.
So it's going to be up to Cortez here with under a minute to go, and he's got to press the issue.
Here he comes, Cortez making his move. Here goes Montressor.
But I think they might have sucked enough time up to win this game here. Smotrov gets peeled off, and there goes Britnikov, so we're probably going to have about 12 seconds left, and there goes the buzzer hit.
Holiday looks like he's lined up to make that move through the middle up towards the wall.
I think it's 14 seconds left.
Waring, he's ready to get on his horse. Let's see if Waring and Tarula can go through on that Dorito side.
This is it right now. Can Damage some of the magic. Looks like Holiday frustrated, gets shot off the break, and here comes the run through as Sergey runs through and takes out Tarula. Two bodies come off for Tampa Bay Damage, and there's just 5 seconds left alive, and that should seal the deal here, barring a major penalty, and that is going to do it. So finally, Moscow Red Legion, after spending seasons rebuilding this squad with the young guys, Polnikov, Karslev, Smotrov, trying to get those guys into championship form with the veterans. They took the French mercenaries from the Tauntauns. They brought those guys out here to hold the line for Moscow Red Legion and give those younger guys time to get to be this good, to celebrate and do what they're doing right now here. Let's listen in.
Парни, вот что значит, когда играет команда, парни. Вот что значит, когда каждый из нас делает небольшую толику, но на все 100%. И побеждают, парни, все. Все. И французы с Таварсом, который ни разу не побеждал в финалах про NXL. И Аксель, который здесь бывал, но хуёво работал, блядь, в фиолетовых тонах. А мы все вместе это сделали, парни. И как ты, Сань, говоришь, блядь? Сосать, блядь!
They came out here, they executed their game plan, didn't do too much crazy stuff, just executed their fundamental game plan better than anybody else. They were in their positions, they played hard, they played smart, and lots of guys stepped up a lot. Karslev, Axel Godin, Alexander Biernikov, just like normal, and getting a big contribution from Sergey for the first time to help them get a win out here. Moscow Red Legion are your 2017 Atlantic City NXL Open champion.
Лопату верни. Да, про лопату, да, мужики. Давай. We'll work together and finally managed to make all 5 guys playing in the game. Thus, each person has like a 20% of responsibility from overall 100%. And when you achieve that, when you feel that all together with all your crew that you're playing together, you receive the optimal sportsman inside feelings, yeah, and then you're trying to repeat them. So when you get them, you can repeat them, and when you repeat them, you can do this. Actually, what we've done over here, that wasn't hard at all, because all of our individuals were working all together. They were not trying to get the best stats for them. They were not trying to kill as many people as is possible to be on the Go Sports at the highest rankings after. They were just doing their jobs and telling other guys what they can really do, what they can really don't, and if they can't do something, we're supposed to help them. That's how team's supposed to work, like a real team's supposed to work, and goddamn, we rebuilt Russian Legion. I can say that.
I'm recording. Go again.
So hi, I'm Kirill Prihidny, and I'm from Russian Legion, and my team is in the finals for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years in a straight. We are 3 times World Cup champions, and unfortunately that season damage were a little bit stronger than we did. But anyways, luckily we're here to win the World Cup 2010 and be here in the finals and taking place number 2 with help of MacDev, an Australian company that is producing such kind of a cool, reliable, soft shooting and really nice guns. So you can see how compact is that. You believe how soft is that shooting and how straight is that shooting. So this gun basically has given us an SPL Championship 2010 in Millenniums, 2010 Championship in World Cup, CPL Championship in Millennium, and place number 2 at the World Cup 2011 once again. So we are so far the historically most finalized team in that division, and all thanks for the guns that we're shooting. So thanks MacDev, thanks Chloe. That's one of the best guns in the market so far. So check it out, you're supposed to follow that gun. Thank you, see you next year.